Hello, this is Dr. Mady again. Oh, I have a bone to pick with Victorian Nuland. She's second in charge of the State Department. I heard from Douglas McGregor, retired Army colonel, that over 400,000 Ukrainian soldiers have been slaughtered since the start of the war back in the spring of 22. 400,000 men. Their lives are on Victorian Nuland's soul because she's the one who orchestrated the overthrow of the democratically elected government of Ukraine and had the color revolution back in 2014 in order to install a puppet government that would kowtow to the U.S. As the proxy mercenaries to fight the Russians. Now, the population of the Ukraine has shrunk since then from 42 million to 22 million. Everybody else is a refugee who went elsewhere in Europe and the rest of the world to get the hell out of there. Who wants to live in a war zone? Now, Nuland and her henchmen at the State Department and her underlings at the Pentagon, they think we can fight a war with Russia. Well, back in World War II, we had over 12 million men in the military fighting the war on two fronts in the Pacific and in Europe. Today's military is 1.2 million. That's it. And they think we can go fight China and Russia and come out on top. They've got another thing coming. We're a weak military now. I mean, we have plenty of power if we want to exercise it. But it'll have to go high-tech with nuclear weapons and plenty of missiles. But even in the missile department, we're depleted. We've given them all to the Ukrainians so they can attack Russia on our behalf. See, there are proxy mercenaries to go fight the war, so American boys aren't sent over there to fight the Russians. But the problem here is Ukraine is getting their ass kicked, and they have no chance of winning. Even if they bring Europe and NATO and the U.S. into the war, it would be a bloody mess. 400,000 troops being killed by the Russians on the Ukrainian side would be nothing to the casualties that would be inflicted on NATO and the U.S. Now, Russia's lost at least 50,000 men in the war, but they have reserves of 3 or 4 divisions that they can unleash. And you don't want to see that happen. But I tell you, this Victoria Nuland, she's got the blood of all these dead soldiers on her hands. And I don't know what the hell her end game is, but she needs to back off and send over a corps of diplomats to get a peace hammered out, because that's the only way, that's the only solution to the fighting right now. We got to make peace, and that's the bottom line. If we have Nuland and Biden get their way, it will just be a horrible ending. And we'll see the consequences if they let us go in the direction that they're heading. So that's my bone. I'm picking with Victoria Nuland in the State Department and Joe Biden in his administration of goofballs, idiots, and malcontents. They hate America. They just want power. And that's the bottom line. This is Dr. Mady with his opinion. It's harsh, I know, but it's the way it is. It's reality. All right, my friends, I love you. Bye-bye.